You don't need to be an expert to create a game in Dreams. You don't actually need to know much of anything. If you've got a bit of an imagination and you've ever used a search engine, you can make a game in Dreams. And with Project Fool, we're going to prove it, we're going to do it in 9 months, and we're going to show you how to do it as well. Today we're going to show you just how quickly you can build a room in Dreams. Project Fool is a horror game set in a futuristic hospital on a space station in the middle of nowhere. There are thousands of different staff who work there, but the person at the very top is the Chief of Medicine, and it's his office we're going to start creating today. However, we thought we'd liven up today's video with a bit of friendly competition. Both myself and Sam will be building 2 separate offices for the Chief. We're going to have a 60-minute time limit, sped up for you viewers at home, and we then want you guys to vote in the comments for which one you think is best, and whichever one you choose is the one we'll move forward with for the final game.
First up is Lee. Let's go.
Lee. So I've got, this was 60 minutes of creation, but it's been sped up, so it's about 7 minutes long, is that right?
That's right.
Cool. So yeah, first thing I do is I start working on a base, so on a floor, and I think I'm going to be real smart and just take the initial base it gives you, and I'm just going to...
Why don't you just scale it up?
Because it would be too thick, I don't know.
But you can't see underneath it when you're inside it.
Look, I was already panicking at this point. I've still got like a whole hour to do this, and I'm starting to freak out. You can see I'm
You're
trying
spending ages lining up your floors.
I know. And now I'm like, I want to get a puppet in to see what the scale of it looks like. And I'm like, this is massive. It's way too big.
This is a huge floor.
And now it's all crooked on each side, and I'm really starting to freak out now because I think we're about 10 minutes in.
Wood walls. So you've gone with wood.
Yeah, I wanted to have like a traditional sort of office because I thought the whole station's going to look sci-fi.
Yeah.
So I want mine to be more of like a cozy room because he works in it, but he also like lives in it as well.
Right.
And then I realised that I had to get rid of the whole floor because I wasn't going to tile the whole thing. So I've started again, and now I'm very smartly making an asset. Bless you.
Thank you.
And that's cool, isn't it? How quick you can just like...
Just clone.
And now we've got a whole wooden floor.
Did you use a grid for that?
I did. I was turning the grid on and off. Because sometimes it wasn't quite right, so it's good to get most of it down, but then you just have to make precise adjustments every now and again. Freaking out now.
So what are you looking for?
I'm not sure. Wooden. Oh yeah, I want the walls. I got this weird table thing, and again, I'm just like, the time really gets to you, doesn't it?
It really does.
An hour sounds like a long time to create in, but when you're doing it and you're trying to make a base like this, it's really not long at all. So this I was freaking out because I've had trouble making walls in the past and getting it all lined up.
Yeah.
And I'm quite proud with that I managed it in the end. So again, I'm just turning the grids on and off. So I'm using them to get it.
You haven't grouped your stuff.
No. Why would I group it?
Well, it's just like you seem to be like...
Oh, I see.
Moving tiny pieces of it rather than...
Yeah, it's
reselect everything.
It's because sometimes I only wanted to grab like one piece of it. I just found it easier. And again, I'm just turning the grids on and off just to make those precise movements when I need to. And I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That looks alright.
Shining carpet. I was thinking about that.
No, we see it too much. It's too often used.
Yeah, but it's hexagons, and if you've got like hexagons in every other room, like to have a carpet, it's got to be that one.
Yeah, but I just, we talk about how much that carpet gets used, and like everyone must think the same.
Yeah, but it's like it's a thing now, isn't it? Dreams Horror has to have the shining carpet.
I spent so long trying to work out how big to make this rug. Like, I put 2 rugs together, and I think at one point I'm like, no, one will do.
Did you put a puppet in there for scale at all?
I did at one point, but he got deleted. He'll be back. I went for the curved desk.
It's a nice desk.
I put Big Boss in for scale.
Right.
Oh, and now I wanted an even bigger desk, but I didn't want to scale it, because then I thought the proportions would be weird.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd try and do some fancy cloning, and it would look brilliant, and it just didn't, because on my side of the drawers there was about 1 million drawers.
Right, I see.
So it definitely didn't look right. That gives you 2 chairs for some reason.
Oh.
Bit weird. And then that scale needs adjusting because that was a chair for tiny children. There we go. Now we got a puppet.
It's just not spacey at all.
No, because in my head, it's like I'm already like writing the character. I'm like he wanted a room that was like completely different. So when the player walks in, it's going to be sci-fi, and then you walk into this room, and it's not what you would expect. It's like it's meant to be a bit of a hit you, it's jarring.
Yeah. Home away from home.
Yeah, exactly.
I like this ceiling.
This was clutch. I just I was running out of time at this point, and I needed to get the base done, and it's so dark because I've covered up all the light sources now, and I'm desperately running out of time. So it's like I've just got to find a light and get something in there really quick. This was quite good. So I liked how it's got all the physics and the movement already done.
It's really retro though. It's like really old-fashioned.
I know, and that's it. It's that juxtaposition between that and the futuristic station. And then I needed juxtaposition. Then I needed some actual lights to brighten up the room. One too many. That one gets got.
Top chairs.
And I'm painfully aware, like I think we're about 40 minutes in, maybe a bit more than that. Like I'm desperately running out of time at this point.
You need like a glass of whiskey in there somewhere, decanter.
I'm like painfully aware how empty the room is at the moment, and I'm like,
it's huge, yeah.
The timeline's going to end, and there's going to be nothing in here.
So you're dividing it up to make like a sleeping quarters.
It's a bedroom area, yeah. And this, I quite get these dividers right because I am properly freaking out at this point. I don't know what I'm doing.
Just too many. There's just way too many.
You think
at this point, you should like just have a half wall or something, or.
You think that's too big a divider?
Yeah, that's not right.
I wasn't quite sure about this one, but I think I typed in sci-fi bed, and it gave me this little number. But I didn't like the pillows, so then I had to pop in my own pillows to try and hide the ones I didn't like.
Yeah,
it was a whole thing. And I try and make it more because it's very soft, it's very flecky. So I try and like very quickly butcher it. I try and make it metal or something, which would be a horrible bed. Very uncomfortable.
Potted plants.
Yeah, now I'm just trying to fill space. I'm just like this.
Make it homely.
This needs to be a room. I need to get some things on the walls or something. Sci-fi door.
Just how out of place that looks.
COM, Chief of Medicine Office. Yeah, but that will lead to the rest of the sci-fi space station, so it's a practical door is what it is. If I had time, I was going to make a full ensuite bathroom, but like I just have to chuck a sink in there. You have to strip wash every day, I guess.
I'm sure there are communal washing facilities or something. There's more than this guy that just sleeps there, so...
Ornament. I'm trying to butch it up with something sci-fi, and eventually I come across this fish tank. Now it's Sam's turn. Here we go. Okay, your turn. Starting off with a window. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought I'll go window first. I guess I was gonna make the wall around it.
Already we're seeing like different design philosophy.
Yeah. I was like gonna make a huge window behind a desk, and it was gonna be this nice lookout point into space.
Yeah,
for the...
I can see it in my head. Yeah.
Yeah, but it all failed. You'll see. It's, I was really irritated by the overlapping and like the symmetry, and it just didn't work. And then here comes the walls.
Did you freak out with the time as much as me?
Oh gosh, definitely.
Even in this like early part.
No, I think at the beginning I was.
You were cool.
Oh yeah.
Cool hand Sam.
Yeah, but it really hits the fan towards the end. So yeah, I'm like, I get this in here, and you can see like one part sticking out more than the other.
That's
I
crooked.
can't get it straight. I'm like, well, okay, we'll start with a square, and we'll go from there. We'll put a frame around it. I'm like, nah, I don't have the time for that. And then I'm just like, right, we don't have a window anymore. And then I was thinking, I'll put a bookcase behind him instead. We'll go with that idea. So, I think I got the walls down a lot quicker than you did.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. But I was like I said, I kept having to turn off the grids and stuff to make those tiny movements.
And I couldn't find a bookcase that I liked. I thought the books and a lot of them looked too cartoony, so I decided that I'd go with empty bookcase.
And that's one thing, isn't it? When you use assets like this, you have to get them to try and match, and sometimes that's tricky.
Yeah. But I wanted to do similar to what you did, but I wanted to mix and match the sci-fi assets with the homely assets.
Yeah.
So my original idea was to have like nice armchairs and like household furniture, so like wooden bookcase is fine, and I was going to go with carpet, but also like a mix of carpet and tiles, like metal tiles. So I wanted to combine the two looks in this room to make it more of.
You see, if I'd had more time, I would have done the same thing. I wanted to throw in more sort of sci-fi stuff, but I just ran out of time.
I think we used the same chair.
I think it's different because mine came out in a pair. They look similar.
I think it's the same asset pack though. Is it the Civil War one? Is it?
I can't remember.
But I just took the colour from the chair and made it the colour of the desk, which I liked. I was like, boop.
Interesting desk choice as well. You've gone for the what's that called?
IKEA flat pack.
That's not what I meant. It's like one of those sofas that's two sofas stuck together.
Corner.
Yeah, it's like a corner desk.
You couldn't think of the word corner?
No.
Okay.
What is that? Is that like a giant radiator?
It's just metal thingamajigs on top of the bookcase because I was just trying to tie in metal and I was literally losing hope at this point.
So have you covered the bookcase at that point?
No. I really like this. I was like, bam, chuck a window on there, and then I like scoped into the background and like just started cutting out the bit where you can see the glass.
Right.
That was fun. I just selected a section from that and started paneling, thinking I'm gonna make this more sci-fi if it kills me. Just.
Are you starting to feel like the heat of the time by this point?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
That was fancy. I've never quite successfully pulled off that.
Well, I didn't do anything with it. I just deleted it and decided to go again. But yeah, the grids and everything were driving me crazy, getting all the walls like lined up, and
I like how when it's fast forward, it really looks like we know what we're doing.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
All of these movements seem so like precise and so assured. If you watch the normal speed version, I'm just open a menu, close a menu. So yeah, yours is starting to take shape now. It's a lot more sort of industrial and metal than mine.
Yeah. So it's supposed to soften it with some carpet and, have like metal walls and then like homely furnishings and carpet. And I was going to do like a living space like you suggested with yours. And then I was going to do like a desk space for like meetings and stuff. But I just lost all hope with time.
Oh, is that like a digital fountain?
No, it's like one of those, what are they called? Like fibre optic lamps.
All right.
Here we go, getting in my...
A digital fountain sounds very sci-fi. You should write that down.
Oh, sure. And I'm like, oh, maybe a big tank will divide up the space. And then I look at it and I'm like, no, it doesn't really look good there.
Does yours have fish in it as well?
No, this is just like a terrarium type thing.
Yeah. Interesting, we both went for a similar thing. That's what I was looking for when I typed in ornament. Some sort of like sci-fi, nothing, doodad.
Yeah. And what I was thinking was I could divide up have the carpeted floor and then have like a tiled space. And like my original idea was to have it like you'd walk in on the tiled area, the metal floor, and then you'd go onto the carpeted area.
Right.
So it would be like a joining of the outside to the inside. But time there.
What's the backstory behind that microscope? Is that like his microscope from medical school, do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He made his first big discovery with that microscope. Yeah, I just put a roof on.
Now it's like E3.
So yeah, I just chucked on the studio lighting just so that I could work in the darkness.
See, I don't remember what the studio lighting is. That would have had me.
So yeah, what I did, I thought, I'll just make the room fairly big, and then I brought in the walls just to...
Are you using elements from the community challenge?
Yeah.
Why does he have a medical device in his room?
I don't know.
Does he take patients in his office?
I guess he designed it.
Yeah, that's a good shout. It's definitely coming together.
Yeah, there's a lot of walls that I missed. I didn't have the time to actually fill.
I noticed you got space on the outside really quickly as well. How did you do that? Was that just like an asset?
People have made space assets, yeah. You just... Oh, I decided to put in music for ambience because at this point I could actually hear from the room you were working in lots of sound effects.
That might cost me points. Yeah, there's no music in mine. I don't know what those sound effects.
And then I thought, right, I need to fill space. Let's put a fish tank in there. And I was thinking lots of little jellyfish, but then this giant one came out, and I was like, yep, that'll do. That's tank size.
I do like a giant jellyfish. That's like very much a power move.
And then the pipe went through the wall.
Okay, so this is the final result.
Yeah, how do you think we did?
It's two very different styles. Mine's gone for the old-fashioned sort of antique, comfortable living area because it's his living area as well as an office. You're very cold and clinical.
I did want to incorporate more of that. I didn't want to just have like stark white floors and ceilings. It was going to be like a carpeted
but this is
room.
what you've got. So we ended up. Yours is cold and clinical, and mine
does. It's got a giant jellyfish. It's so evil.
I got a little fish tank. And you can't, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it in the video, but she's put like a music over the top of hers as well, which I think is going to cost me points.
Yeah, mine's got mood.
Yeah. Mine's got mood. It's that little lampshade and stuff.
Look how wonky your dividers are.
Don't look at the wonky dividers. I struggled with those. That's not cool. Two beautiful creations, neither quite finished, but a fine start. However, we're only going to continue developing one of these rooms, and it's up to you to decide who wins. Remember to leave a comment and let us know who you thought made the better office, Lee or Sam. Don't forget you can get involved in Project Fall as well by entering our first community challenge. During our search for assets for Project Fall, we noticed a distinct lack of futuristic medical tools, and we asked the Dreamers to rise to the challenge. Make your own medical tool, upload it as a remixable asset, and make sure to tag it with hashtag #ProjectFall so we can find it. We'll be showing off all the entries in detail on the next episode of Project Fall. Every entry has a chance to make it into our final game, and our favourite will be featured in a teaser trailer we're currently working on. If you haven't already, go back and watch episode 1 of Project Fall. Subscribe to Ugly Sofa Gaming and hit the bell to receive notifications of future episodes. Let us know if you're excited for Project Fall, and remember to vote for your favourite creation from today's video.